Hello and welcome to your Qigong practice for today. Today we're going to do definitely some 5-element work. We did the secondary 5 elements flow last week, so today when we get to our flow aspects, we're going to do the first 5 elements flow. And I'm feeling called to play with some animal energy today. So we're going to play with some animal energy and we'll see which moves we get up to. And as always, let's start with breathing. So hands over the belly, just below the navel. And we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. So when you inhale, the belly expands into the hands. As you exhale, belly goes back towards the spine. Inhale, expand the belly, nice deep breaths. Exhaling, belly goes back towards the spine. And continuing at a pace that works for you. And with every class, please honor what works for you and your body. If I do a movement that doesn't work for you, please skip it or modify it. There's lots of modifications that can be made for most movements. Or if a movement doesn't work for you at all, come back to this posture right here. Come back to deep belly breathing. Deep breathing is one of the most beneficials we can do for our bodies, for our health, for our stress levels. And release that. And we're going to do another breath too. Bring your hands, palms over your low back, over your kidney area. It's pretty cold in a lot of areas in the northern hemisphere right now, so it's nice to warm up our kidneys, the organs associated with winter. So bringing your hands over your low back. And when you inhale, tuck your tailbone a bit. We want soft knees and feel your back expand into your hands. And when you exhale, just release everything. So I'm going to turn to this side. It's almost like a bit of a tuck. So when you inhale, tuck the tailbone, inhale that back into the hands. And then as you exhale, just soften everything. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do a couple more of these. After your next exhale, just release the arms down and just notice what you notice. Beautiful. Now we're going to open up the spine. I'm going to do a variation, a fairly different variation of spinal cord breathing. So we're going to connect it into some of what we call the animal frolics. And we're going to do deer walking with this one. So I'm going to show you two different hand positions, because of course this right here is our deer antlers. So we're not saying rock on. Apparently rock on is this, thumbs tucked in. So we've got our thumbs out. So index finger, pinky is our deer antlers. And then we're going to also want deer hooves. So deer hooves are the thumb connected to all 4 fingers. So I'm going to show you that. So let's start, bring one leg forward, likely your right leg. Let's start with our deer antlers, and we're going to tuck the chin as the arms reach out. And then we're going to open up, connect the thumb with all four fingers as we open up, just like we would in spinal cord breathing. You look up, you inhale. As you exhale, convert your hands to your deer antlers. So we inhale, thumb with all four fingers, looking up. We exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, curve the spine, and you have your deer antlers. So we inhale forward, looking up. Exhale, bringing the weight back to the back leg. Now I'm going to add the legs. So we inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, shift the weight to the back leg, bend that knee. Inhale. Exhale. So there's a lot going on in this movement. Inhale, open that chest, look up. Exhale, curve through the spine, tucking the chin and the tailbone, reaching your deer antlers forward. Inhale. Exhale, shifting the weight to the back leg. Inhale. Exhale, we'll do one more because we've got to switch sides. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to inhale up, release the arms down. Now bring your left leg forward, right leg back. Nice softness in the knees. Let's start with our deer antlers. And guess what? I just realized I did the hands totally backwards. So now I'm going to mess with your brains just a little bit more. So we got our deer antlers. We're opening up. And then we close to deer hooves. We come forward to the front leg, deer antlers, opening up. Yes, this is the correct hand positions. I haven't done this in a while and I forgot. So now we got thumb with the four fingers as we come back. We inhale, antlers. Exhale to our deer hooves, weights back to the back leg, tucking the chin. Inhale, exhale, curve through the spine, tucking the chin and tailbone. Inhale, exhale. Couple more. Last time forward. Release the arms down to the side, bring the legs back, and we're actually going to go into just a slightly wider than shoulder width stance. And we're going to do a version, an animal version of knocking on the door of life, and it's called bear walking. And this is great for your metabolism, digestion. So how we're, instead of keeping our legs planted like we normally do on our more narrow-legged knocking on the door of life, with bear walking, shift your weight over to your left leg, open up that right foot, and we're going to knock. And then we're going to come over to the left, or rather right leg, we knock. So we're actually shifting the weight from side to side. We're opening up this outside hip. So now we're opening up the right hip, opening up the left hip. And be very gentle with your knees. Normally we keep the foot on the floor, but if it helps to open up that front foot, the toe, do that. Open up your toes. We're knocking on the abdomen, activating our digestive organs, knocking on the kidneys, the door of life at the back. One more to each side. Come back to center and release. Beautiful. Now, so we did deer walking. Now we're going to do deer running. So let's start with the right leg forward. And as you come forward, we're gonna do our deer hooves, hands, so thumbs to the forefingers. So we circle this front arm around, and then we start to bring the leg back, that weight back to the left leg, and then we circle the left arm. So we come forward to the right leg, we circle with the right arm, and then we shift the weight back to the left leg, we circle the left arm. So circle in front, circle with the back leg. Shifting our weight, we're opening up our shoulders. And this is where I invite you, if you've got neck and shoulder tightness, do what works for you. You can make these smaller. You can simply do it like this. Always honoring what works for you and your body every day. We'll do one more. Front and then back. Bringing the feet back together. Give everything a shake if you need to in between movements. Now bring your left leg forward. And we're going to start with circling the left arm. As we come back to the right leg, we circle the right arm. So front with the left, back, circle the right, weight is onto the back leg. Weight to the front leg, circling the front arm. Shifting the weight back, circling the back arm. One more to the front, one more on the back leg, release, give everything a bit of a shake, come back into our shoulder width stance, and let's open up a bit more with the upper back, neck, shoulders. Let's scatter some chi. So bringing your arms up, let them drop. And now bring them back up. And we're going to bend the knees, bring your left arm in front, right arm behind. The palms are facing towards each other as you straighten your legs. Then we're going to bend the knees again, come back to center, arms up into a T. Bending the knees again. Now we're going off to the left, right arm in front, left arm in back. Palms are facing away from each other. Inhale to center, and we're going to mouth exhale to the sides to help clear cloudy stuck energy out of the muscles and also to clear stress. One more to each side. Back to center. Let the arms drop. Just notice how you feel. Beautiful. Now let's go into a wider leg stance. Let's do a nice gentle spinal twist. So coming down only as far as is comfortable for you. If it's okay for you to come into a bit of a squat here, do that. If you need to be a bit higher, stay higher. It's whatever works for your body. So now we've got our hands just above our knees. We're going to turn our body to the left. So turn and look over your left shoulder. Your right arm is straight, pressing into that leg to help facilitate the twist. And again, only twisting as far as is comfortable. And we're going to hold this while we breathe in and out through the nose. Next, inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. The left arm is straight, palm pressing into that left leg, facilitating your stretch just a little bit more. Stretching as far as feels good. And breathing. We never want to hold our breath. Let's inhale back to center, and we're going to fold over into a forward fold. So bringing the hands down to the floor, release your head and neck. You want soft knees, never locking out the knees, and having them bent as much or as little as you need. Feel the release in the low back. Then we're going to bend the knees and we're going to very slowly roll up. So let the arms hang. Slowly, slowly, slowly roll up. Then bring one hand over the back of the other. We're going to come up into a gentle back bend. Pushing the hips forward, squeezing the buttocks. I don't go too far back because that doesn't work for my low back. Then inhale up straight, and we're going to go into a flow. So we're going to exhale down, then bend the knees, inhale as you come up into that gentle back bend. Exhaling down, inhale up. This is beautiful for stretching all the major muscle groups in the body. One more time here. Coming up. Inhale up straight, arms out and down to the sides. Beautiful. Bringing the legs back in, maybe just a slight bit wider than shoulder width, but more narrow than what we just had. We're going to do a little bit of swimming dragon today. I said we're going to do some animal movements. And no, dragon is not part of the 5 animal frolics, and I know dragon is a fictional animal, but I sometimes like to consider that dragon is an animal because I really like dragon energy. So let's bring our palms together in front of the heart, and let's start with a couple of centering breaths. We're going to do heart to the sky breath. So open the hands out, inhale, looking up, open that chest, and then we exhale, palms come together, and we sink the chest just a bit. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back to center. Keeping our palms here. Now there is 2 ways we can do this movement. There is one where we do it with our legs together, and we can also do it with our legs in this stance. So this is the one we're going to do today. So pressing your palms together, press your hands out to the right. And while you press your hands out to the right, turn your head to the left. Then bring the hands and the head back to center. Press the hands over to the left. Turn your head to the right. Coming back. And we exhale. Pressing the hands out, turning the head. We inhale back to center. Exhale, turn and press in the opposite direction. Trying to press your palms together. And we're trying to straighten the inner arm as much as possible, as long as it doesn't cause any discomfort. This is about as far as I can do it. Inhaling to center. Exhale. Last time back to center for now. Leaving the palms here at center. Now we're going to start to move our torso, swim our dragon. So going side to side. And right now, our shoulders are not really moving. The torso is doing the movement. So we're moving from the hips and the waist, and the hands are moving with the torso, side to side. And always remembering to breathe. And then we're going to start to come up. And as we do that, you can start to move the arms independently. Getting a little more creative, swimming your dragon. You could come to the side, back, come a bit lower, coming back up. We're coming back up in front of the head, just above. Now we're going to come above the head. And then we're going to pause, reach those hands up. And then exhale, bring them back down. We're going to do this sequence again. So pressing hands over to the right, turning your head to the left. Back to center. And hands to the left, turning the head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and press those palms away. One more to each side. Pausing back at center, and let's swim our dragon. Start swimming from your torso, moving from the hips and the waist. And play with this. You can come a bit lower if that works for you. Come beside you. Come to your sides. And then we're going to start to come up a little higher. Moving the arms independently. Front of the face. This is supposed to be great for longevity. So I think it's a lot of fun to do something like this for longevity. And then the arms come up above the head. We're going to reach those fingers up. Then hands back down to the chest, to the heart. Let's do a couple heart to the sky breaths. So we're going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Arms down. Let's give legs a little shake. And we'll come back to our shoulder width stance. Toes pointing forward. We want our tailbone drop down towards the floor, crown of the head up to the sky, shoulders relaxed, chin tucked just a bit. Feel your spine straighten. Beautiful. In this stance, let's do a couple spread the feathers stretches for our necks. So palms press down towards the floor. Let's bring the ear over towards the shoulder, only as far as it comes comfortably. And then we're going to start to roll the head up on an inhale, and then the chin comes forward on an exhale. Inhale up, exhale forward. And if you have any neck and shoulder tightness and tension, feel free to use mouth exhales, which help to clear stuck energy out of the muscles. You can even visualize some cloudy gray energy coming out of those muscles down to Mother Earth for her to compost, and she can turn that back into beneficial energy. Next time the chin comes forward, we're going to roll it down to the chest. Head comes over to the opposite shoulder. It's almost like your shoulder has a secret to tell your ear, so you're trying to listen for it, but very gently listening for it. Now we'll roll the head back just a bit and then forward on an exhale. Inhale up, exhale as the chin comes forward. Last one. Roll the chin down to the chest, release the arms, and give the arms a little shake. And let's continue to shake. We're going to go into shaking, our transition move. So release the hands, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. We're going to bounce into the legs. You can come off the heels or stay on the heels, whatever works for you. Release the head and neck. And we're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale with the heart sound, which is like a sigh, like H-A-A-A-A. One more. Then slow it down until you come to stillness. Close the eyes for a moment and just tap in. Notice what you notice. You may feel some tingling in your fingers and your hands. That's your chi, your life energy flowing. Beautiful. Opening the eyes. And we're going to open the flow. Bring the weight a little back, a little bit more into the heels. And we're going to inhale as we very slowly float the arms up to about chest height. You want soft wrists, soft fingers, and we float the arms down on an exhale. Let's inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Next time we bring the arms down, we're going to hold this here with the arms slightly away from the body. I'm going to bring the hands around in front in low embrace the tree pose. We want our arms a little bit away from our torso to allow for the movement of energy, unless you need the arms down against your body for comfort. So we're going to go into the movement for the metal element, connected to the lungs, the yin organ, and also to the large intestine, the yang organ. So we're going to float our hands up. Then the palms are facing towards the lungs, and then the thumbs and the hands spiral out and up. Nice softness in the elbows. We're looking up if that's okay for the neck. And then we float the hands down, spiral them back down so that the palms are facing towards you. Back down to the starting position. So we're going to inhale as we come up, spiral the hands out and up. Exhale as we come down. We're pausing the breath just for a moment at the top and bottom. Inhale. Pause just for a moment, and then we exhale down. Last one here. When we come back, we're going to hold this posture. This is called low embrace the tree. Strengthening and fortifying our lung energy. Cultivating feelings of courage and inspiration. And then we're going to release that down. Our next element of the 5 elements is the water element, and that's associated with the kidneys, the yin organ, and also the bladder, the yang organ. So we're going to hinge the hips back, let the arms float forward, backs of the hands are towards each other, but not touching. We're going to come up the midline of the body, up to the upper chest, and then we're going to float the arms out and down. This is called the fountain. So backs of the hands towards each other, we're hinging at the hips. We inhale as we come up, exhale down. Hinging at the hips. Inhale up. Exhale down. The water element and the associated organs, the kidneys, are associated with winter. So it's a really good time to release anything that's stagnant in the kidneys. and to fortify our kidney energy. Inhaling up that beneficial water energy, and we exhale down, sending any non-beneficial energy down to Mother Earth to compost. You could visualize water energy coming up through the soles of your feet, up the inside of your legs, all the way up to your abdomen. And then a secondary flow coming from your abdomen up to your upper chest. This will be our last one here. Release the arms down. And we're going to go into the posture for the kidneys. It's called the bear. I'm going to turn around to show you that one. So let your arms just hang at your sides nice and loose. Tuck the chin a bit. Tuck the tailbone. You want your shoulders nice and relaxed for this posture. Float your arms behind you and face the palms of your hands up to your low back, to your kidney area. This is called the bear. And if you're visual, you can imagine bright blue light swirling in your kidneys, fortifying your kidney energy, keeping them strong and healthy for winter. I'll turn to the side so you can see this here. So you want softness in the knees. You can be leaning forward just a wee bit. And if this gets tiring on your arms or your shoulders, just come out of it, give it a little shake, and then drop your shoulders down and really slowly bring your hands back. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Beautiful. Just release that. You need to give your arms a shake, even your legs a shake in between flows. Do what works for you. And we're going to come back into the low embrace the tree pose as we come into the next element, which is the wood element connected to the yin organ, the liver, yang organ, the gallbladder on the right side of your ribs. So let's turn to the right. And we're going to float our hands up alongside the right side of our ribs, all the way above our head, above our crown. You want soft wrists, soft fingers. And then we float the arms out and down, back to low embrace the tree posture. Now we turn to the left and we inhale. Hands come up alongside the ribs, above the head. We turn to the front as we pause the breath for a moment, and then we exhale down. So we pause the breath as we're turning. So pause the breath here, turn, inhale up, pause the breath, turn to the front, and exhale down. And we'll continue. We're bringing the hands up alongside the ribs, as on both sides of the ribs is the energy pathway, the meridian for the liver. And the gallbladder meridian runs all the way up into the head. It has a rather interesting route to get up there, but yes, it comes up into the head. And it does some zigzagging along the way. You could imagine you have tree roots growing out through the soles of your feet, down into the earth. Cultivating kindness and compassion with this flow. I often like to invite students into bringing more kindness and compassion in towards themselves first. We're often much more of that for others than we are for ourselves. We're also cultivating resiliency. If you think about trees, they're pretty resilient. I'm going to do one more to each side. Last one. Now we're going to bring our arms up into embrace the tree posture. You want your palms open, your fingers open as you face the palms towards the chest. Nice roundness. Pretend you're hugging your favorite tree as you hold the embrace the tree posture for the liver, fortifying your wood element. And each flow goes into the other, because sometimes folks ask, okay, well, this is the liver element, why are our hands not down at our liver? But the next thing we flow into is the fire element associated with two yin organs, the heart and the pericardium. And the yang organ for the heart is the small intestine. So as we go into our flow for the heart, let's bring our right palm down towards the floor, palm facing down. Let's shift the weight over to the left leg. We're going to turn the hips and the waist, and then we're going to switch the hands. So the bottom hand comes up, nice big roundness in front of the heart, like a half embrace the tree pose. Upper hand now facing towards the floor. So we shift the weight, turn on the hips, and then we switch the hands. We shift the weight, turn, switch the hands. And continue at a pace that works for you. This is called cloudy hands. And continuing the inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And you can do that in whichever pattern works for you. If you want to inhale one direction, exhale in the other. So it's like your top arm is your heart protector, that palm facing towards your heart. Bottom hand is as if it's flowing through nice, cool, clear water. So sometimes we can have some pretty strong emotions like impatience or hate. And what if we could cool down that fire in our heart of those non-beneficial emotions with this lower hand flowing through that cool water to cool down our heart fire. Transforming that into love and joy and even patience. I wonder what if after you do this practice today, if you could be a little more patient with both yourself and others today. We're going to flow one more time in each direction. We're going to come back to center. And we're going to bring our hands up, palms facing up to the universe or the sky. This is called holding the golden urn to the sky or to the universe. And imagine you have beautiful energy, healing energy, beneficial energy coming down from the universe into the palms of your hands, and it's flowing through your arms into your body and down into your heart, filling up your heart. Beautiful. Now let's bring those hands down right in front of the abdomen. And we'll hold them here in front of the abdomen, sending that energy into your lower dantian as we go into the final element, the earth element, which is connected to the spleen, the stomach, the pancreas, all on the left side of your ribs. As we go into pebble in the pond. So we bend the knees, hinging at the hips, almost like you're about to sit in a chair, but not that far. Don't go down that far. And then we float the arms out and around, bringing them back in towards the lower abdomen as we straighten the legs. Palms face down. We exhale as we're going out. Inhale as we come in. Exhaling out non-beneficial energy. Inhaling in that beneficial energy. This helps us release worry and anxiety, bringing in feelings of being grounded and balanced, helping us be more open. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Now, beautiful. Now we're going to float our arms up to about chest height. Palms are facing down towards the earth. You can have a bit of softness in your elbows. You don't want your arms, we don't want our arms out straight like this, but we also don't want them tucked in here. You want a nice bit of a balance here. Soft elbows. And I know I have a rather busy shirt on, so it might be harder to see. Beautiful. So let's imagine, this is holding the golden urn to the earth. So let's imagine we have beautiful earth energy coming up into the palms of our hands, and it's flowing through our arms up into our body, down our backs, down the spine, and into the belly. And it's also coming up through the soles of the feet, up the legs, and into the belly. Fortifying our spleen energy, stomach, pancreas. Great for digestion. And then we're going to float the arms down to the sides. And we're going to pull down the heavens or pull down the sky. So inhale the hands up, palms face towards you as we exhale down, bringing all that excess energy down into our bellies and storing it here. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, bringing the hands over the belly, bringing the legs closer together, and we're just going to take a moment here to settle in as we do bamboo in the wind. Allow your body to rock and sway as you soften everything. And then releasing the arms, opening the eyes, coming back, and get into a comfortable position. We're going to do a brief meditation to wrap up our practice. Just going to grab my chair. And coming into any position that's comfortable for you today. Invite you to close down the eyes. Nice, comfortable breaths in and out through the nose, maintaining our energy inward. We're going to do a brief 5 elements meditation. We haven't done one in a while, so we're going to do that today. So first element, first organs, let's turn our attention to our lungs, either side of the chest. Breathing into our lungs. Let's imagine a bright, white, pearly light swirling in and around the lungs, fortifying the lungs, making them stronger and healthier. So we are in the season of winter. You might want to imagine the color of bright white snow right after it's fallen and it's still very fresh. It hasn't been disturbed. And then turning your attention towards your low back to where your kidneys are located. Imagine a deep blue color. I often like to imagine the deep blue of an inland lake. Feel that deep blue water energy fortifying and nourishing your kidneys. And turning your attention to the right side of your ribs, where your liver is located. And the healing color for the rib, or for the liver, is green. The liver is associated with spring, so I like to imagine the bright green of spring. We've had lots of rain and the grass has turned a bright green. The leaves have all come out onto the trees. It's deep, bright green, nourishing and fortifying your liver. The liver carries out over 500 functions for us. It has a lot of work to do. It's nice to send your liver some love and some gratitude, this bright green healing light. And turning your attention to your chest, to your heart center. The color for the heart is bright red. I often like to imagine the color of a bright red poppy, swirling all around my heart center, strengthening my heart energy, both the energy of the heart and the heart as a physical organ. And then turning your attention to the left side of your ribs, to your spleen. The color for the spleen is bright yellow. I like to imagine a bright sunny yellow swirling all through the left side of the ribs, nourishing the spleen, fortifying it and making it stronger. Now bringing your hands over your lower abdomen, over your belly. Start to make clockwise circles with your hands over your belly, storing in all the energy you've cultivated in your practice today. And then making the circle smaller and smaller. And then coming to stillness, just resting over the belly. And then opening the eyes, coming back to the room. You may wish to blink a few times, bringing yourself back to being present and aware. So hopefully you've released some stress, but also cultivated some internal energy, so you can use that throughout the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm super grateful for you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.